Hey boys and girls. We were just having a really fun discussion earlier today about the quick grenade throw action in Tarkov. It's a very controversial topic, not only in Tarkov, but in a bunch of other games as well, and that is the player's ability to just press a key and immediately have his character very quickly put his weapon away, throw out a grenade, and then transition back to whatever weapon he had before. It's something that stirs up a lot of debate. So what I've done here is I kind of we're going to look at this in the context of transitions. I've made kind of a short little montage we'll go through together. Hopefully it'll play out okay. I'm kind of driving the controls by myself here. But there's a lot of things that play into anything with a weapon transition, right? We'll look at it for grenades, but you'll see as this goes on, it ties into a bunch of different areas, right? If you're talking about a weapon, you have a sling. Well, there's a lot of things that go into that. What kind of sling do you have, first of all? Is it a 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 80 point sling, right? Not only that, but just what are you trying to do when you're putting the weapon away? Are you just letting it drop to hang in front of you and clack on your knees and stuff? That's no fun. Or are you trying to kind of shunt it around the side of your body to get it out of the way of your workspace, let's say. There's a whole bunch of considerations like that that come into play, believe it or not, when it comes to just having a sling, working a sling, and kind of building a training and methodology around it. It's a very interesting topic as well. And so that kind of stuff comes into play. That's not going to be kind of what we cover here, but we'll just see. Let me transition and we'll get going. So first of all, here we got just some transitions, and again I apologize. This will just kind of loop through, and I'll kind of talk it as it goes through. And first of all, what we kind of see is one of the things I think Tarkov kind of gets right is it's not a standard kind of put the weapon away time versus take the weapon out time. Both of those, there's some variability in both of those actions, right? Putting certain weapons away is faster than putting other weapons away. Taking certain weapons out is faster than taking other weapons out, right? So you kind of create this kind of interesting interplay of are you quick to put something away and slower to take something out? Are you slower to put something away and quick to take something out, right? And this kind of comes into play with what we'll see with the grenade throw itself. So again, this is just standard transitions. The next thing is, well, what if we dive in and look at grenades? Okay, let's see how this looks. And this is comparing just the total action. Again, I might pause it and step through it here slower. I'll just give you a chance just to watch it. And I kind of tried to match them up pistol to pistol, long gun to long gun, and SMG to SMG. So if we see here, here's the putting away. The pistol goes away really quick. The long gun takes a while, right? Which means on the far left, he's able to access the grenade a bit faster, right? So he's able to get a grenade off with the pistol around the same time that his hands come out in front of him with the pistol. So there's what's called a synchronicity there, let's say, right? Whereas if you look at the middle, with the rifle, we'll see putting it away is pretty slow. He's able to get that grenade, well, I'd say that. It's an interesting interplay there too. As far as taking it out, so taking out the rifles, interesting. But on the right hand side, so I guess what I'm trying to say with all this is if you wanted to have like a super detailed breakdown, and you could do this, I could do this, I don't know if it's even worth it, but you'd have to have some consistency there. You'd have to have the same weapon, transitioning from the same weapon to different weapons, from the same weapon to grenades, all that kind of stuff to kind of pull out transition to the same weapon. You kind of have to have all these variables kind of taken into account to get a kind of a standardized, right? So you can compare them. But I mean, for what we're looking at today, this is enough. So there's a total action, right? This is what I'm calling the total action. The total action of throwing a grenade versus pulling out, switching to a gun, right? Let's go to the next layer of this will be, this is the reload. This is comparing the grenade throw to a reload total action. And on the far left side there, it's a little bit of a glitch with the game. I don't know why it kind of goes to the animation in a weird way, but so again, my apologies. But yeah, just watch it for a bit. So we'll see getting off a grenade is faster than reloading. Most weapons, right? At least these 3 weapons, right? And this is also a retention reload. This is not a quick reload, which in Tarkov right now, there's not much of a difference on timings. It's very small. Okay, now what you'll see here is what I want to separate out on this next one will be, so the reload, you'll see that part of that reload animation is him manipulating the weapon, right? I wanted to kind of break it down even further to see, well, what is the relationship when we say take out the weapon manipulation side of it and just say when he's going from the weapon, like to his rig and back out, to his rig, back to the gun, to his rig, with the grenade throw, right? So let's compare these two. This is kind of an interesting take. So again, if we start with the pistol, I'm pretty much on the far left there. I'm pretty much saying the time he's taking his left hand away from the gun, and I'm comparing that to the time it takes for him to reach down, grab a grenade, and throw it back out. And we'll see, okay, so his offhand's bringing the magazine back up to the mag well, right? It's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. On the far left, if we look at the rifle, his hand's coming up with the magazine about the same time. A little bit quicker, right, than the grenade throw. What if we go on our far right over there? He's pulling away the P90 mag, and he comes up with a fresh one, and he's seating it in about the time he's throwing the grenade, right? So again, I'm talking about the interplay. This is where the timings kind of become interesting. Now, something, again, if we want to, it depends on where BSG wants to take it. I would argue there is overall I tend to argue that the at-rig time needs to be slowed down for both actions, right? I guess, I mean, it just depends on, again, there's a lot of variables, right, that come into play. Depends on where the magazine's kept on the person, how many magazines you have to like kind of fiddle through or something, or kind of keep track in your head, what your empties are, what your fulls are, all that kind of stuff. There's an art and a science behind managing a rig, believe it or not. Where you put your empties, where you put your half fulls, all this kind of stuff. If you have one of those kind of chalk bags type thing, just a dump pouch, that comes into play too. But let's not go there for this. Let's just say that it's interesting, the at-rig time for a magazine, right, that's just ready to go. Make those quick and easy. Whereas a grenade from, I've never carried grenades myself on my person in real life, but from the setups I've seen, they tend to be, for obvious reasons, they tend to be a little more secure, right? So it wouldn't be too far of a stretch then to say that maybe when the hands come down, that there's more of a time gap in the animation for when the player is actually getting access to the grenade, right? Then you have to pull the pin, all that kind of stuff with the spoon and everything. I mean, there's a lot of things that go involved in that to make sure it's pulled off well. It's just like anything with, things like this, it's, smooth as fast, all that kind of thing. Slow as smooth, smooth as fast, right? Especially when you're dealing with something like with a grenade, I'm sure you really want to be sure you're doing things well. And on the bigger picture, I don't even know. Yes, you have some drilling and some training with the grenade. I'm sure if whatever your type of role is in the team, some people might have more training than others, but overall, I wouldn't expect it to be something that you regularly brush up on. You get the basics down, you drill it down really hard, and then maybe it's not something that you brush up as often as, let's say, your shooting drills, right? So anyway, so hands downward, timing. This next little bit, Okay, so I'm having fun in this next one. This is just ending on a fun note. This is what is it like to interact with the door versus throwing a grenade, right? Check this out. So the time it takes to mess with the door versus throwing a grenade. Aha, but even this could be broken down further. Watch this. What if we compare the door action to the part of the grenade that's coming out from the vest, right? So this will be you have a pistol, you're reaching out to a door. I'm comparing reaching out to a door versus reaching out from your rig, from your vest to throw a grenade, right? And again, the animation's kind of weird on the left one, but what's interesting here is if you slow it down, what this means is that reaching out to touch a door, it takes more time to reach out and touch a door than it does to actually get a firm grasp, ready, and all that kind of stuff, a live grenade, and loose it from your person. That's pretty funny. So if we're gonna be hard nosed on this, I think just as kind of a point of humor, but it's also just shows that, man, in my mind, loosing a grenade, it's way fast in Tarkov, right? I think there could be a case made that it should be slowed down just a bit, right? But anyway, so there you go. But anyway, there you go. Just having some fun. This is not going to be a long, in-depth, my usual spiel. This is just kind of for fun. Trying to learn my scene transitions and stuff too. So anyway, thanks for watching. You guys take care. And as far as where we're at on the deep dive in the gaming realism, stay tuned. I've got a lot of stuff brewing in the background. I've made videos on and off about it. Haven't released them yet, but so we'll see. I'm still trying to get my thoughts together on that, but expect it. Yeah, I'm not going to even say, right? When it's done, okay? Anyway, peace out. You guys take care. Bye.